that either the chair budget or the majority leader, Honorable Speaker, would be able to say the money can be wired today before it comes tomorrow. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, KJ.
Honorable Speaker, this matter goes to the heart of a fund that I would describe as the most effective decentralized fund. And it's coming up on a day when we are reading about news of a governor from a neighboring county in whose house 13 million today has been found. And we are being told that NG-CDF is a great concern for the country. As a house, the attention should actually be driven to the devolved funds that are going to counties, Mr. Speaker. We are speaking at a time when NG-CDF is under attack from very many quarters, Mr. Speaker. And I think it should go on record that this house shall stand its place to defend a fund that is working for the people of Kenya, because when we go to our constituencies, we are seeking to see what these devolved funds that we are putting on division of revenue that are going to the counties are doing at a time when NG-CDF is the only visible fund on the ground. So, Mr. Speaker, as we address these issues and take them up with the Minister of Finance, we must also put on notice all these other quarters that are trailing their guns on NG-CDF to tell them that this fund shall be defended by this House. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, thank you for your guidance also that the Minister will be appearing in this House tomorrow. But again, Mr. Speaker, we are so passionately speaking about CDF because it is a very classical and typical example of what real devolution is. If you come to our county, Speaker, it's very easy to see with your naked eyes what CDF has done, but not what other funds are doing. And Mr. Speaker, I want the CS to hear this. Now that you've promised he's coming here tomorrow, he'd rather come here after he's disbursed monies to our accounts and come here with whatever evidence to show that that money has gone there. Failure to which, Mr. Speaker, will hold him hostage here until that is done.
Honorable members. Order, honorable members. Member for Bumula, the minister is coming tomorrow. I'm not giving you a chance to speak. It is your point of order that caused the speaker to invite the minister. And being a diligent young parliamentarian, the right thing to do is to hold your horses. The minister will be here, and you will be the first to ask any question after he finishes his statement, because you are the one who has caused him to come. So we don't have to be pre-debating what we will debate tomorrow. I want to encourage you members that every time CDF has been threatened, yours truly has been on the front line to defend it. And I have been doing so without any fear or favor or prejudice. When there has been delay, I have personally called the Treasury to ensure the disbursement of the money. I will continue doing so. When CDF was under attack by activists who went to court, yours truly here has hired the best lawyers for you. And the caucus of lawyers here led by Otienda Amola and Chepkonga. Now the Supreme Court has ruled and decided that CDF is not in any conflict with devolution. And I'm going to give you a comprehensive ruling on the request of the minority leader, Honorable Junet. So I want to encourage you to believe that in yours truly here you are in safe hands in matters CDF. And I want to ask us to carry on with other business. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., all of you be here. The minister will be here. Yes, Farah.
Speaker.
I'm giving you this
Yes.
purely on the basis of your seniority.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you notice what the Honorable KJ has raised, the CDF is only a trigger. We have a serious problem with the devolved funds in the counties in this country. And there is billions and billions, hundreds of billions of Kenya shillings that's going to waste in those places. Mr. Speaker, I am educating 100 students to do medicine in institutions all over the country. My governor cannot give me even 10 students. And he has all the funds there. And the money is getting wasted everywhere. An equalization fund, they have come for equalization, they have come for carer, they're coming for everything, Mr. Speaker. We must save this country from the so-called counties right now in this country. Please, this is the debate the members of parliament are really keen to what you call ventilate on. The other ones, we are fully in agreement and we support you. You have done more than all of us put together. Thank you.
DK.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We know very well this National Assembly is under attack from all quarters. Yes. First, we have problems with CDF, and we have also problems with RMLF. As we discuss now about CDF, KERA has only released around 17 million out of 62 million, yes. And we have letters flying left, right, and center on what happens to the rest. So I think, basically, we have so many issues that we cannot continue burying our heads in the sand and thinking that things are right. I was proposing that we suspend the House until tomorrow when the two CSS for roads and for treasury come in, then they can explain what is really happening to the members of parliament. And then, if you look at the devolution, Honorable Speaker, if you look at the devolved funds, out of the total devolved funds that goes to counties, 85% are used for recurrent and administrative purposes, while for CDF, only 5% is used for administrative purposes. So the net effect is that out of the small amount of money like 42 billion or 45 billion or 53 or so, it is being felt. But the 450 billion that is going to counties, only about 50 billion are the ones that go to development. And in that also, the governors will follow to I think we should disband the counties altogether.
Your point. Yes, Kainan.
And I want my colleagues to listen to me. Mr. Speaker, I was in this parliament just like you are.
Next to you.
I want my colleagues to listen to this, Mr. Speaker. CDF did not just come out of the blues. CDF was a product of a well-calculated evaluation by the members who are there, Mr. Speaker, who are tired with the manipulations of the executive then, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you are aware that even Parliament here was a department of office of the President then. Mr. Speaker, you are also aware our clerk and everybody else was secondees from the directed special branch, Mr. Speaker, and CID and special DOs. Mr. Speaker, what we did was to give members of parliament an effective, workable, people-friendly platform to deliver development to their constituents, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, over the years, we have seen a gradual increment of CDF allocations. What is surprising under this House, and this is what I want to say, Mr. Speaker, 1 month to the end of financial year, you are yet to receive even something commensurate with the first quarter of the financial year. Yet we are here advocating for everything else. Right now, CDF is under threat. And I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, very sincerely for that decision of the Supreme Court. I know without your input, without all the brains, legal brains that you have put together, even that judgment will not have been possible. I want to accord on behalf of these members here, as their father of this House, that we thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I haven't said this. There is something that we can't run away from. it is members of parliament who oversight CDF. It is members of parliament who oversight KERA. It's members of parliament. Why have we thrown our mandate to the dustbin? Where is the chairman of CDF? Where is the chairman of road? I want to tell you, members, we have a club of greedy governors, whose only interest is to amass wealth, usurp national roles, and get money. If those are the people today you want to sit here and empower, I will tell you, this house is going to be the worst house in the history of this country. I want you to stand up for your right, resist. The Minister for Transport must come and ensure that the remaining allocation of CDF, of roads, is sent. The chairman, NCDF, through the minister, must also release. I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, you are a lawyer. You were here when we fought for the current constitution. Some of us who come from regions that have been disadvantaged over the years, through skewed administrative practices, Mr. Speaker, fought for equalization. Equalization right now is not working, courtesy of these greedy governors, Mr. Speaker. They have gone to court, they have restored it, Mr. Speaker. I want to ask as leadership, let us suspend everything else, members. Yes. Let us suspend everything else until the question of KERA, Kura, let's adjourn, CDF is sorted out. No more business. No more business. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Chikati.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Order.
Mr. Speaker, from what my colleagues DK and Kainan have presented, and given the mood of the House, I kindly request you, Mr. Speaker, to direct the suspension of the proceedings until tomorrow, Speaker.
Order.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, yes.
Order. Order. Order, honorable members. Order. Order. Honorable members, order. Take your seats. Take your seats. Honorable members, take your seats. Take your seats. There's no matter before the House to put the question. Honorable members, I want to encourage you. This is your house. And you are the nerve center of everything in this country. You appropriate, you oversight, you legislate, you represent. You have the power in your hands. And I want to encourage you that it will be a very unwise decision to do what some of us are asking to do. For the simple reason, Order, honorable members. I am your speaker, you elected me. And I have a duty to lead you and advise you. Is that Kimilo or Mwalio, who is looking very agitated? Kimilo, unajua kuna kitabu kiliandikwa na Mwalimu Nyerere. Fisi alikuwa anakunywa maji kwa mto, na kondoo pia alikuwa anakunywa maji kwa huo mto. Fisi alikuwa anakunywa kule maji natoka, kondoo chini kwenye maji naenda. Alafu fisi akauliza kondoo, mbona unanichafulia maji? Kondoo akasema, maji natoka kwako inakuja kwangu, nimeichafua namna gani? Akasema, kama hujachafua, kwa nini ulinitusi mwaka uliopita? Kondoo akasema, mzee, mwaka uliopita nilikuwa sijazaliwa, nilizaliwa juzi. Akasema, kama si wewe, ndo baba yako ndiye alinitusi. Haja yake ilikuwa ni kumshika amule. mwenye atakaye kufanya jambo lenye halifai hahitaji sababu. Anaitwa hasidi. Hakuna mahasidi kwa hii bunge. You are all honorable members of parliament. And I want to encourage you again, members of the House Business Committee, the minority leader, the majority leader, they know what we have been doing to fight for CDF. They know how much resistance we have put against your detractors. And for the record, members, I have been in this house before CDF, during CDF. And I don't want to talk about after CDF because there will be no after CDF. Because CDF is here to stay. And it will always be there. It is very easy. In one of the parliaments where we were with Farah and Kainan, we had 3 members in this house. One called John Koech, another one called Jimmy Angwenyi, and the third one was, who was the third one, Kainan? No, Logo was much earlier. They used on behalf of this house, and they were holding no positions, to walk to the treasury and frog-march the minister to this house to tell you as members about CDF. It is an extremely cowardly act for members of parliament with all the powers under the constitution in your hands to boycott your work. It will be a very cowardly act, I can assure you, because as a house, you have impeached a minister, you have impeached a deputy president, you have powers in your hands. How do you run away from your own house? This is the big question. So I want to ask you, give the House an opportunity tomorrow to listen to a response to a very noble point of order raised by the member for Bumula. And it is only tomorrow, not the next day, not Thursday, not Friday, tomorrow at 2:30. If you agree with your speaker, we go on with the business. If you don't agree, those of you who are not keen to carry on with business, don't disrupt the house. Let those who want to have business go on with business. But as I finish, let me now give the majority leader an opportunity to tell us about the issue of the CDF.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as you rightly say, is a matter that we discussed even within the House Business Committee, because as a member for Bumula said last week in his point of order, CDF is not money going to these members of parliament. And these members of parliament are elected by their people to come and represent them in this house. And part of that representation is to advocate for resources that will go especially to vulnerable children who up to today there are some constituencies where children are yet to get funding for bursaries, Honorable Speaker. And it is also not lost on many people in the country that with the advisory by the Comptroller of Budget on bursaries from county governments going to our vulnerable children, it is only NGCDF that is left now to help these children. And many people, especially those who are college-going students, Honorable Speaker, are waiting for these bursaries. And the best that we can do as a house is to hold the cabinet secretary and the principal secretaries to account as to why they cannot disburse NGCDF in time. Honorable Speaker, previously, and this is a commitment that we got from the National Treasury, that before the end of the financial year, which has only 2 months to go, they will have disbursed all the money that should be going to NGCDF. Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with you then, it is only less than 24 hours for the cabinet secretary to appear before the House. And I want to encourage members, because most Wednesdays, we are not usually very many when CSAs are here to answer questions. This is a time to hold the cabinet secretary to account for his words, because it is him who committed that we will get disbursements every month to ensure that by the end of June, we have all our money disbursed. Therefore, whatever magic he will do between now and the 30th of June, 100% of NGCDF must be disbursed, Honorable Speaker. And tomorrow, if John Buddy is listening to this, he has sat where we are sitting. He knows what NGCDF is to the people of Kenya. And let me repeat, Honorable Speaker, what NGCDF is to the people of Kenya, not to members of parliament. These members of parliament will still earn their salaries, will still go about their representation and oversight work without NGCDF. But NGCDF means a lot to the people of Kenya. There are places where children will not go to school, not just about bursaries, Honorable Speaker. I have seen the national government now priding itself in having built over 14,000 classrooms over the last 1 year. But the amount of classrooms that NGCDF does around the country in a year is probably triple that number. And it is only through NGCDF that children access school, that some communities have security through the construction of police posts and police stations, Honorable Speaker. And we are lifting off a very huge burden through NGCDF from the national government. And therefore, the CS, National Treasury, has no choice. Tomorrow, he must come prepared. If not with his words, he must come prepared with his checkbook. Tomorrow, it is pesa, pesa, and pesa to NGCDF. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Junet, all honorable members. Order, Wario. Those children up there are watching you and your leader. Order.
Mr. Speaker, first I want to appreciate the guidance you've given to the House. Mr. Speaker, this CDF fund has a lot of enemies, Mr. Speaker, for no apparent reason. There are many people who are fighting the CDF because they don't have, I think, the right information about CDF. Mr. Speaker, the county governments and devolution has been in existence in this country now for the last 10 years. It is, I think, imperative now for Kenyans to take stock of what has happened through devolution from inception, Mr. Speaker, from 2013 up to now. Because, Mr. Speaker, CDF funds has the least administrative expenditure, Mr. Speaker, unlike counties where they spend all their monies in recurrent expenditure. Mr. Speaker, this is one fund that goes directly to schools, directly to people, to children who want to study, to homes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, in education matters, counties only deal with ECDs. From primary education to secondary education, it is done by the national government. And that is where CDF really helps the people. Mr. Speaker, tomorrow, there is no shorter day than a day, Mr. Speaker. There is no shorter time than a day. Now we have said that tomorrow the minister must appear here in person. I want to urge the House that we will make our final decision tomorrow, God willing. Because today, I can see, I've checked the order paper, Mr. Speaker, there are some serious issues that we need to deal with. Mr. Speaker, today is, let me tell you something. Let us not also play into the hands of our enemies, Mr. Speaker. Our enemies have said time and again that we are people who just think about, they don't see that we are helping Kenyans. They don't see that this CDF is for Kenyans. No member of parliament benefits from CDF in any way, Mr. Speaker. This is money that builds schools, I've said. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to plead that let's give this minister tomorrow a chance. Let him come here. Let him tell us what plans he has for us. Let him come with the money. Mr. Speaker, for now, even if we suspend the business of the House, we will wait for tomorrow still for him to appear here. He will not be coming here today. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to urge Honorable Kimilu that I know the people of Makueni are suffering, but they might be suffering at the county level, not because of the CDF. So can we wait until tomorrow so that we deal with this issue perpendicularly? For today, we have some issues on the order paper, this anti-money laundering business, because, Mr. Speaker, our country has been grey-listed. This bill is going to help our country not to be grey-listed, Mr. Speaker. So with these few remarks, Mr. Speaker, I really concur with your guidance that we continue with the business of the House, and tomorrow we listen to the Minister for Finance.
Order, members. Members, order. Those on your feet, take your seats. DK, take your seat. Members, if it is the message, it has been heard loud and clear. That members of this House are not happy. One, with a continued assault on CDF. Members are not happy with the delays in disbursement of CDF, and members are demanding answers on why these delays are there, and that you want an assurance that these delays, Ngusia, you say again and I'll send you out. I think you are taking advantage of the fact that you are my friend, we meet in the gym. That should not be extended to this floor. You have made it clear, and everybody knows, honorable members, when CDF started, as Member of Parliament for now Serisia and Kabuchai constituencies, my first disbursement was 6.2 million. It grew to 12 million the following year. The third year, it grew to 23 million. The fourth year, it grew to 42 million. And it has grown gradually through your efforts and the goodwill of the Kenyans who benefit from CDF to where it is. I can say without any fear of contradiction that you go to any county, it is much easier to see what CDF has done than what devolution has done. And this, I've said it over and over, and you all know that if you go to your constituencies, you can count the health facilities you build, the schools you build, the children in schools, police stations, administration centers. And today we have even been saying in the House Business Committee that I want to call a Kamkunji to encourage you. You saw yesterday in the media that more Kenyans are being killed on border rides than on vehicles, accidents. I have told the House Business Committee to embark on having a situation where, even if it means additional resources for you to go out there and sit and talk to our young people on border, to observe traffic rules, bore a leaf from what we see in Rwanda. A motorbike carries 2 people, you must have helmets. You've seen motorbikes, border carrying, not just ordinary people carrying 4 policemen, people who are supposed to enforce the law. I've seen 4 policemen sitting on one border. The rider is sitting on the petrol tank and looking like he's in a toilet. We have to bring order. And you can use CDF to do this, to educate the public. So instead, in fact, of saying you leave this chamber, I thought you would say, give us time now to debate what we can do even more with CDF as we wait for it to come. Because tomorrow the minister will be here. And when he comes here, neither Ichungwa nor Junet will be there to defend him. He will stand here to tell us that before the close of the financial year, every single shilling of CDF must be in the accounts of each constituency. Every single shilling of NGAF. The women rep for Laikipia has come here asking me, why aren't these men talking about NGAF? they are only obsessed with CDF. I have told her that I'll be your defender as women MPs representing counties. That as we defend CDF, we shall also defend GAF, so that we move together. So let me now ask you members to cool down. Let's get to our business. And tomorrow come with your sharpest knives, your sharpest tongues, and your harshest language if you wish to talk to your former colleague, John Badi. So clerk, you can now call out the orders. No more on that.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Take your seat. Honorable members, have a short communication, a recognition of members who served in the Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU committees. Honorable members, the IPU order Honorable Chepkonga. Go and protest on the streets, not in the chamber. Honorable members, the Inter-Parliamentary IPU is the global organization of national parliament established in 1889 by Frederick Passy of France and William Randa Kremer of the United